And so then now from Microsoft, you then suddenly are here at this point, 50,000 people trained and transforming lives.
Welcome to Shameless. Here we explore the transformative power of courage and action.
Hey everybody, my name is Dzikamai Gangaidzo and I'm your host for the Shameless podcast. And very few times we actually run across very interesting discussions. Actually, I lie. All the people that we talk about are interesting. And so today was no different. We had Ikutosi out of Lagos, Nigeria. And she is the founder of an enchanting world called Digital Witch IT Support Community. And over the last 4 years, Digital Witch has become a thriving community, training over 50,000 individuals in a myriad of on-demand IT skills. As the founder, she has a passion in empowering individuals, especially job seekers or low to no income earners, so that they're able to get into a diverse range of companies, but also equip themselves with the necessary skills for that. Within her journey, she has witnessed over 80% of her trained students successfully working remotely and being able to transform not only their own lives, but to add value and support others within their lives. Beyond this world, Ikutosi carries a role as the customer service manager with over 7 years of experience in the world of SaaS, providing spellbinding customer experiences married with the technical support, where she's able to solve technical enigmas and ensuring a seamless digital experience for the client. At the heart of her journey is the vision of empowerment. And as the founder of Digital Witch, she aspires to redefine the narrative of empowerment, transforming novices into masters and unlocking boundless opportunities through magical skill acquisition. I hope you really enjoy this episode, and I hope you also pay it forward like she's done. Thank you.
Actually, I keep telling people that each time people ask me, how do you feel, or I always tell people that when I got into Microsoft as a technical support engineer, it's one thing I had to do was to tell myself the hard truth, which was these guys here are far ahead of me. And I like being noticed. I'm that person that when I'm in a crowd, I want to be singled out in a positive way. And for me to be singled out in a positive, that means I need to know what these people know and probably know it even more better. And so when I get there, I told myself, these people studying engineering. This one have 10 years of experience working in an IT company. This one have 5 years of experience as a manager. After all that, I had to tell myself, what do you need to do to be like them, or at least to be good or to be better at what you currently do? And I said, okay, fine, I have to invest in taking skills. And that was when I had to start taking a lot of skills. I took I took more classes on cloud computing and security. I took more classes on web development. I was almost everywhere doing everything. And also, yes, I didn't have any mentor, and there was no direction to my learning experience. I was just learning everything that comes to my head. Tomorrow I'm learning project management. Next tomorrow I'm done with project. I've gotten my certificate and I want to learn something different again. So I was all over the place. But somehow all these things actually made me who I am today, because I can actually teach a lot of skills. So at the end of the day, it got to a point that I was the best in my team, because I've invested so much in my learning experience that my head have no other choice but to be very good at what I do. And I still feel the one thing I always tell people is that I didn't just get this position because I was sitting down waiting for the position. When I started learning cloud computing with my phone, was God actually preparing me for that position, because the position could have come and maybe I wasn't ready. Yes, I wasn't ready to take that, but the position came and I surprised myself. And it's like miracle, because I could have been learning something different on YouTube, but I wasn't learning cloud computing. And the opportunity that came was cloud computing. So it's really, really funny.
You were doing Azure by chance, by luck, and it's Microsoft that came. So the fit was just perfect. And so then now from Microsoft, you then suddenly are here at this point, 50,000 people trained and transforming lives. I mean, I didn't even talk about the SaaS work that you've done and the technical supports work.
Okay, so I started Digital Witch in my quest to enable more women in money, especially married women that, like I said, my mom being a stay-at-home mom allowed me see what it means to be a married woman without money, and not just a married woman without money, but also a married woman without husband, with many children, and without money. That alone can mess up anybody's head. And me being, like I said, if my mom was a working class woman who had her own money, maybe I wouldn't, at my young age, assume the role of a father and a mother and a caregiver to my younger ones. And I could have, have a better life experience as I'm should I say, a growing adult. But then it happened. So when I started working with Microsoft, first of all, I had to gather a few persons to teach them what I do for free. But they weren't taking me seriously. It was as if I was begging them to come together to learn from what I'm doing. Like, I had to literally remind them to do what I want them to do. So having done this for over a period of time, in 2020, during the lockdown, my company kept us in a hotel for like 3 months. We're working from the hotel. And throughout these 3 months, all I was doing every weekend was taking professional exam, learning new skills. And I had a lot of companies reach out to me, but then some of them I wasn't able to scale through their interview process. Some will tell you, okay, we thought you are in the US and we are currently looking to hire someone. But then that didn't stop me. But immediately we went back to the office in December 2022. I got my first remote job. And that was because after the hotel staycation, I was like, I'm not sure I can work from the office again. This working from home is like, you tend to be more proactive. You tend to do a lot of things that you multitask a lot. And I'm not sure. And in Lagos, we have a lot of issues that has to do with traffic. You can leave your house early in the morning at 5 a.m. You get to your destination by 10 a.m., 9 a.m. And that is a lot. You want to go back to home. You want to go home after your work. You spend 3, 4, 5 hours on the road, where a journey that should have taken you like 30 minutes, it takes you like 4 hours. And that is a lot. So having to work from home is like a different level of enjoyment for me. And not just working from home, I was earning like 5 times what I was previously earning. So one day I woke up one morning and I went on Facebook and I saw a woman posted something. She was complaining about her husband, about her marriage. And when she was done saying whatever she was saying, she said that the only reason why she's going through this is because she doesn't have money. And that hit a chord in me. And now with me just switched. I was like, okay, fine. And I went to sleep in the afternoon to take my CS, and something told me, do you know that these things you are doing, you can actually teach it to people and they will learn and they will make money from it. It was like someone was talking to me and I was sleeping, and it felt surreal. And I wake up that morning, I wake up that morning and went to to Facebook again and made a post. And I made a post, if I decide to teach what I do, how many of you will be interested to join the training? And I told them this is not going to be a free class, because I want everybody to be committed. I'll be doing free classes and nobody is serious. But this time around, I want us to go into serious. This is going to be serious business. And I said, if I get up to 200 yeses, that I'm going to, if I'm to get up to 200 yeses, I'm going to start getting ready to organize the class. And I think I got more than 500 yeses, and that was it. So I came back. To create my content was a problem, because I do not know the name. I do not know the name to call my community. I do not exactly know what what I was going to teach in total. 500 people showed interest that they'll be interested in a class on Facebook, and that's how we started. But then when we started registration, 30 something people were the first to register. And that is how we continue growing until we get to that point.
I just want to find out one story from any one of your pupils. You don't need to name the name, you don't need to, but the one that really really shows you the beauty of the work that you're doing.
Well, I really cannot, like there's so many, but there are so many stories out there that's really got to me, but one stood out. I'm not sure if she's going to be happy that I'm telling this story, but I just want her to know that the only reason I'm telling this story is that it's touched me in a kind of way. So what happened was that before she joined my community in October 2021, she apparently didn't even know how to use a laptop, right? She didn't know how to use a laptop, but she put she went the extra in ensuring that she understood what the class is all about, that she's able to learn how to navigate a laptop. And after the training, she got a job. And not only did she get a job, something tragic happened in her life that I feel having this job means a whole lot to her and her family. And each time I remember her story, just like I said, the reason why I started the community was because my mom, as a widow, is with children. She was jobless and she needed support. And when I look at her story as well, I kind of see my mom a little bit in her. And I also get to see other people who are currently living their dream life. I guess sometimes I get to read stories of people who couldn't afford to even pay for a room apartment, but now buying properties, paying not just for a room, but paying for 3-4 bedrooms and living their dream life. So I have a lot of stories like this, and each time I read things like this, it makes me feel like I'm actually running a ministry. And we are doing amazingly well. Like I keep telling my students, I tell them a lot that the one sweet thing about what I do is that I try to measure my success through their own success. So and that mindset helped me go the extra mile to ensure that every one of us are achieving success. Because if they don't achieve success, there is no way I can go out there and announce myself that, oh, this is what we do and this is the benefits. So I need those that are working, those that have taken the class to be successful. That way I don't need much effort to convince you that what we are doing is that we are doing a great job.
Exactly. So on that point, I want to share with you the quote of the day. So the quote of the day is from Nelson Mandela. And he says, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over fear. That the brave men and women are not those who do not get afraid, but rather those who conquer that fear." And the reason why for me that quote stands out so strong is because when I listen to your story, even more so when I listen to the stories of those who follow after you, who have been taught through your training program, a lot of that requires courage. A lot of that requires people to step against the potential of failing, the potential of not succeeding. But with that courage, they have to prepare. They have to put in the effort. And the first step is to have the courage, but then the next step is to prepare and to be relentless and persistent in preparing for that opportunity when it arrives. Because tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare today, and not for the people preparing today for today. The beauty about training 50,000 people, the journey of training 50,000 people over 3 years, is one of personal growth that not only emulates the journey that you've traveled, but it also carries forward and pays back through the story that the life that you've now built and moving forward. And so I have found it absolutely fascinating. The firstborn of 8, east side of Nigeria. And though you did not have anything to do with technology, information, IT, you stuck your hand up. You took the time that you had afforded to you, and you started preparing cloud computing over 6 months, Microsoft Azure became the thing that you worked on, and you honed a skill in preparation for something that you did not even know that was coming. And when that moment arrives and your friend contacted you saying, look, there's an interview for a moment or opportunity, you stepped into that room, 300 people strong, and you went through 5 interview stages. And the courage that you showed within the group stages we talked about, talking to people and having that courage to step forward and not shy away because you didn't feel like you fit in. And a lot of the time, I believe a lot of people feel that they might not be worth it. They might not be adequate to contribute into a space or world because they feel like others know more or know better.
Exactly.
I loved what you said when you said, when you got the job, you realized you like attention, but you, and the good type, but you wanted to be noticed. And in order to do that, you needed to level up. You needed to invest in your development. And, you know, your journey is a testament to courage. And the beauty about what you're doing is you're paying it back. And so I'd like to really thank you for taking today the time and sharing with us your journey, and both the struggles, but also even more so the successes. And though this is the start, I'm going to call it the start because 50,000 is a big number, but I've got faith and confidence that you're not stopping just yet. So let's go forward. Let's make changes. Let's empower. Let's make tomorrow a better tomorrow for a lot of other people. And so I'd like to thank you for the work that you're doing, and I'd like to thank you for joining us in today's episode.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it so much.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as we embark on our mission to impact 1 million African lives by 2026.
This podcast is brought to you by Transformation Leader. You can follow us at www.t4leader.com.